Hello, everyone. I am Tacet, and welcome to the Gems of War Guild Wars, Week 76, the last Guild Wars before version 5.0. So, it is a yellow day of course today. I'll be messing around with that. Apparently, we have some more tasks in there as well. Let's go check on our defend team. Oh, I have a VIP offer. 3 VIP keys for 125. That's value, right? What's the bulk buy of a VIP key again? Is it 45 or 35? No, it's 45. So yeah, that's worth it then. Because it normally costs, well, it only saves 10 gems, but that is still technically worth it. That's the equivalent of 10 gems cheaper than if you were to get it in a 50 bulk. So, you know what? I guess I'll go for it. 125 for 3. It saves 10 gems. Plus we get more VIP keys to hoard around for a big number. We're actually at 220 right now. But, yeah, let's grab that then. I don't see why not. That's actually worth it. That is for VIP only if you, to actually get that offer. A lot of the ones that actually have a positive gem exchange, do appear to actually be underneath the thing. And it's barely even any positive gem exchange. But they do appear to always be, or mostly be. Not all of them are. But a lot of them do seem to be under the VIP offers, unfortunately. But anyways. Where were we? Let's go, and also, what's our thing for today? Do we get deets? Ah, we got 100 gems. Nice. Very nice. So between our daily, that's at minimum 120, or 200 if you got really lucky. Anyways, let's go and do Guild Wars. So, it's Yellow Guild War, one of the easier days. As I say, that we'll probably lose. How has our defend team been doing? We did switch it up. We only are on 115, though, surprisingly. That's unfortunate, but it is Guild War after all. It's much higher, easier to have, or, you know, first turn advantage and everything else that player has generally makes it a lot easier. This guild's missing 2 people. However, we haven't done a lot of our battles yet relative to there, so it might seem like we're really far behind, but we, let's see, what's our actual gap? Between that difference, we're down basically 4 people. 4 people at about 9,000 each is, what, math? That comes out to, what is that? 3,600. I mean, math. 36,000, I mean. So, is that enough? Yes. That would put us about 10,000 down, though that was a slight underestimation. But no, we actually are approximately still down by about 10,000, even once we get the battles in. But then again, I didn't compensate for those other 3 battles, so we might not be down by that much, but we're definitely down right now by a small amount there, though it shouldn't be by much. So my guesstimations just made it seem like that. But I think realistically we are a few thousand down right now. Anyways, we're running this team. Gorgoltha, Frost Mage, with Rope Dart, Divine Ishbala, and Quillen. Biggest issue with this team is very, very slow start. Aside from that, though, we should pretty much be good. So it is indeed a yellow. Just make sure it's on yellow, yellow, and yeah, it should be good to go. Don't think we need to revamp anything else. Minus and green, which we don't even use. He does have a lot of brown convert. That's kind of weird that he's using it today. He might have accidentally kept that team. Normally you run the team he's running on brown Guild War Day, not on yellow Guild War Day. He might have forgotten to switch it, as it is the first day of the week. And sometimes people just forget to set their defend teams because, yeah, do make sure to do that. Otherwise, their current locations isn't exactly where they were aligned earlier. So right here, we're going to go for... yellow seems tempting. You know, I'm going to go for skull into that. He's going to poke us. Oh, no, he poked us with stun, though. That's not nice. I can get a skull poke, which actually means I have the capability to kill any one thing I want. I think I go for Yagway. I can actually kill him to make sure he doesn't brown to a red convert. However, I'm not sure that is the biggest threat in play in this battle. Because I am pretty sure it's not. I am pretty sure it is actually Yagway. And for that reason, I'm going to do this. Kill it out. And hopefully not get hit by skulls. So we'll go take our yellow over here. Take our free blue. So tempted to take that brown. Yeah, I think we are going to take that brown. Just hope we have a yellow follow-up somehow. Oh, or brown. Unfortunately, the other one didn't surge. We're 1 mana short. Ooh, that's awful. I'm going to have to try for, like, Sky Brown or something. Come on, get the mana. Once we get the mana, we pretty much auto-win. Problem is getting that initial mana. I don't know. Do we go for the brown? It's only for 1 mana into that. I guess we'll take it. Of course, now we surge. A little late. Little late. Okay, do we have alignment on this? No. It's purple to red and brown to skull. So we'll clear the board. This will then give us a follow-up, and then we should be good to go. Ideally, we can cast this, then that, then we won. Easy as that. I'll take it that way, because we still have skull alignment this way then. And it's match, as this team normally goes. The second you get it up, you win. It's pretty much a Divinish Ball equivalent team in a nutshell. It's not an infinite loop, but it loops enough that you'll win by the time it stops looping normally. Also, hello everyone. They even say hellos. Hello Bill. Hello Original. Hello John. Hello Robert. Hope all of you been doing well. Hello Marcelo. Hello John Heflin. Hello Cookie. Hello Opportunist. Hello Kuwait. Hello, let's see, Robert. Hello Justat. Hello Analyst. Your VIP offers an orb. Orb is normally not worth it for how much gems they want. However, if you're really close to a Zugoff, it could be worth the risk. But buying the orb from VIP is normally not worth it. Actually, I forget the value of it. Is it 250? I forget what it is. It's either 200 or 250. Whatever it is, it's not worth it. Because the only drop that is actually of value is blue orb. If you get any drop that isn't a blue orb, you lost value out of opening the thing, which is very likely. It's like a upwards of 80% chance that you will lose value from opening it. So it's really, really high risk for small reward. So I normally would not bother with the orb. No, I don't think it's 500, is it? It shouldn't be. If you're buying one directly. But from the orb thingy, I'm pretty sure it's 200, 250 or something. I don't recall. But whatever it is, I know it's not worth it. Whatever it is, I know for sure it's not worth it. Even if it was 200, it's not worth it. Because blue would still be the only drop. Even at 150 gems, the only drop that'd be worth it is blue. I would still even be questionable of it if it was that cheap. Let's see. Oh yeah, I said hello to your name twice because I thought it was 2 different Johns for a second. Because we have a couple different Johns that watch the stream. I didn't realize it was the same John both times. I was hello George, hello Birdleaf. Do we start with yellow? Answer is normally yes with this team. So we'll take a free blue. That gives us rope dart, which I almost feel like casting right now. Only problem is we don't have skull follow-up. Also, he's using a old Great Maul team. I guess technically not because he uses Wrath, but still. It's been a while since I've seen anything like that. What do I do about this? He's about to create a lot of brown. Out of safety's sake, I almost feel like putting Wrath in first slot. Just to make sure it mana blocks the worm. Oh, come on. We're 1 mana short. What are you doing? And that is exactly why I did it. Otherwise, it would have had full mana right there. Which would have been very, very, very bad. And now we get skull spam and we won. Easy as that. That works. A little bit of a weird way to win, but it does look like it gets it down. Only problem here, though. Divine Shpala, you do not have full mana. And I need you to have full mana. Also, that didn't help at all. I thought we would get a skull somewhere in there. I guess we still technically do. Yeah, we still get 2 skulls out of it. I guess it was worth it. We actually have another cast, too. Gosh, she's just going to keep casting. Divine Shpala. Now would be a great time for you to have full mana. I'm just going to have the board clear. And then we'll rope dart into hopefully a random skull somewheres. Which does not appear to be there. I'm going to have to make get a whole Divine Shpala to kill him now. Actually, I don't even think we have alignment off that. Actually, we kind of do. We have extra turn. Doesn't give us a skull directly, but then we get a skull follow-up off the free turn, so it works. Okay, that works. Hey, rank 1 PvP. Actually, we already were. I think we just lost so many defend teams that it went down. Didn't we already claim the reward from it? Yeah, we did. You can tell because we don't have any mail. Otherwise, we would have gotten a mail saying, hey, you reached tier 1 PvP. But we already did the other day. So it doesn't give us anything. Yeah, it doesn't take that long. You can do it in under an hour. The current state of the game. I just normally don't do it because I save it for, or I used to save it for, of course, the hero class farming. But now I don't need to do that anymore, so I guess we'll start picking it up. It's not that much reward, but hey, 46 glory keys is 46 glory keys. They add up. They definitely add up. But yeah, this team's really safe. Just really big issue is it's such a slow start. Really, really slow start, and that's the biggest thing holding it back. Gorgulfa in general, one of the reasons he's kind of fallen off, though he's still occasionally used for Guild War, like for teams like this, but he's fallen off a lot, mostly because he doesn't have any kind of mana start. He doesn't have like 40% mana star, doesn't have 50% mana star, doesn't have anything, any troop that can synergize with it in order to give it some initial mana, and that's probably the biggest thing currently holding it back, I would say, overall. So we got a rope dart here. He has a really good convert if he gets full mana, though I believe we should be able to win before that happens. I actually want to go disable his Essence of Evil just to make sure we don't have to deal with that, as we definitely want to not deal with that. Ideally, we have alignment here, which I believe we do not, though we do get double skull, which so it is decent value. I don't know, is that worth going for? I believe the answer is no, but we can still Sky red extra turn off a Sky. But he gets an extra turn right there, which makes him convert. So I'm kind of concerned about that, so I'm just going to board clear. Okay, it was the right decision. There we go. Let's see. Though it doesn't give us follow-up now, though. Actually, yes, Divine Ishbala might. Never mind, we'll do this first. Normally I want to do Quillen first. However, it's not too big a deal if we go Divine Ishbala first, and that's match. We throw that down, Skull dead. And here you go. I took it that way just so we'd gain slightly more mana, so we'd gain slightly more points. Compared to taking it for 5 times, which would have done more and more damage, but wouldn't have given us any mana. So right here we have a Web Spinner. It's one of the reasons why we use Gorgulfa, is to counter Web Spinner and other similar things, just so we don't have to deal with them. And Freeze helps too. But we'll move that over. Really good start, so that's good. Do we want brown or yellow? Probably yellow because we want the mana to bleed into the next one. And he'll do a little cleansing. We got stunned. Oh, you stun all damage. Ah. I forgot about that. That has a stun, don't you? To specifically Daemons. And the undead as well. But undeads are never used. So to Daemons. Okay, so we can take purple, brown, green. Actually, I want to take it that way just because we get more mana out of it. Even though it's not extra turn. Even though it's not an extra turn, it's actually better this way just because we get more mana at once. However, it's not mana I need. You know what? I kind of want to go for the blue. So I'm going to not take that mana and go for the blue instead. So we can... Well then, Web Spinner. Well then. You want to stop one-shotting today. Okay, that's very problematic. What did he even get the one-shot off of? Did he really just get it off of Sky? He had to have. There was nowhere on the board. Wait, did I leave Skull in corner? Wait, did I leave Skull in corner? Oh. I didn't realize Skull was still in corner. My bad. Never mind. That was actually in sight. I did not realize it was in corner there. What class are we currently using with this? Frost Mage. So apparently, we should have used Titan or something. To have a barrier for that poke. Okay. We can still win this, though. If that dies, we win. Problem is, we need to get a really lucky alignment, and I don't think we're ever going to have alignment on this board. We don't currently have an alignment. We're going to have to take these. I don't want to take it the other way, because I want to take these purples, ideally. Still need more mana. But yeah, I didn't see the skull all the way in the corner there. That's what got us on the hit. So I'm going to take this purple, hope we cascade a yellow. And as long as we cascade that yellow, we can still win this. We'll take that. Oh, okay, good. We cascade the yellow. Okay, do we have alignment? The answer to that determines if we win or not. And no, we actually do not, which is really bad. What do we deny? I think we deny blue. Because you can't do anything with yellow anyways. Okay, good. We got our alignment. That's what I wanted from the cascade. So I think we won now. So we do this. That was a really shaky battle, but I'm pretty sure we won. Because as long as hero dies here, we should be secured to win. I kind of want to take those yellows immediately. But I'm concerned we won't have alignment after. Though then again, given that that's already aligned, I guess we can go for it safely. So we'll do that. We then take this. We then cast Divine Ishbala. We then recast this if we have it. We then take every single skull in sight. We'll take this because we need the mana. We then take this because it's extra turn and cascades everything else and gives us even more skull. And then we kill off of whatever. Here, have a hit. There you go. Oh, that was almost really bad. But Divine Ishbala, still Divine Ishbala. Quillen combo. Even an overpowered web spinner can't take out the infinite, almost infinite loop. It's not actually infinite, but it's infinite enough to win instantly once you get it up. As long as you have an okay board for it. Okay, we'll take that. Which that one yellow cascade or green cascade there as well was aiming for off that little thingy there. And that's basically we'll put everything together once we got that. We need yellow off of sky, so we'll probably take brown to yellow sky if we can get it. Hey, we actually got it. We're getting every cascade we need today. Even though we had a pretty shaky battle there. The only problem here is we are frozen, so I am going to have to give him a skull poke. I could technically take less mana and not let him poke us. However, I'd rather him waste his turn taking a skull, even though he gains mana. So we'll do that. Now, I think we hit his first slot. The only problem here is he has so much HP that he's actually not going to die to a rope dart because of Mercy giving him HP. So I almost feel like going for hero here. Does he have stealthy? I can't remember. Does Farce Mage even have stealthy? I don't believe it does. No. And that's enough to kill, right? What's 55 plus 63? That's 118, right? Let me redo that. 50-50, yes. Into the... Wait, no. Yes, and then the other 10. And then, yeah, it's 518. That's enough to kill. So we'll do that. That's... Oh, well, we still need the explosion. That's fine. Oh, wait, but if I rope dart something else, we can't get the explosion. Hold up. I'm going to have to do a really bad rope dart here. I know that seemed kind of extremely pointless. But, I think it was needed. Actually, we could have held the rope dart and just tried getting Gorgulthic's kill. There's a chance that would have missed, but, just one for the guarantee. Do we have alignment? No. I might just have to take that skull, or we could take it like this. I know we could take it for an extra turn, but we're frozen, so we actually can't. He's entangled right now. I do feel tempted to re-entangle him. We don't have alignment on anything relevant, so I might just have to rope dart him and explode the whole board. Because that's not aligned and won't be able to land an extra turn. And even if it could on red, it's also frozen on that too. I feel like just going for this. Yeah, we're not frozen on skulls, so we definitely can. We're only frozen on red, which is problematic now. For the obvious reason that nearly this entire board is red. Oh, never mind. We still have Divine Spell. I didn't see her full mana over top of Submerge. Oh, yeah, that's match, and it was throw a rope dart. Do we need anything else here? Yes, this gives us some mana. Well, we had one extremely shaky battle, but I believe it's still going to be a 9,400 despite it. Aha! 9,454. Yeah, that would have been a pretty solid, that would have been it. That would have been a 9,500 if and only if we didn't have such a bad battle that we almost lost. But all things considered, I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah, not too bad. Also, how are we, like, near dead last? We must have a lot of people not doing their battles. Which makes sense based on this. Because we still have, like, a third the guild who hasn't done the battle or so. These were definitely way higher than that, obviously. We just don't have the battles in, so it's kind of hard to tell. But let's see. Who's the position who we're up against? Because we're pretty much even with this person. So based on how many battles they have done, we can kind of assume our position in the bracket. Which appears to be, yeah, right over here. That's what I thought. So we're right around this area then. We just don't have our battles in yet. Actually, we're slightly below. Oh, well, actually, it's only 5,000 difference. Not that bad. Yeah, so we're somewhere around there. Assuming most of these guilds already have most of their battles in, similar to this one. In which case, we're somewhere around there once we get all of our battles in. Also, that guild that's currently in second should go quite a bit down. They're missing 2 whole people. Though, of course, with 27 out of 30, that might not matter as much, but can still hurt. Because you basically don't get any kind of scores really subtracted. Because all the scores that will be subtracted are your straight zeros on the 2 people that are missing. Anyways, let's go and clear out dailies. And then after dailies, we'll go mess around with token farming. And go from there. Actually, not token farming. Actually, never mind. We won't be doing token farming today. I forgot. We still got a delve to go do, too. So never mind. After we go do dailies, hand out a code, we'll go and do all of delves. Because we got a Stonesong Eyrie event today. Also, why am I clicking every single wrong button? There we go. Okay, let's go kill this out with Phoenicia. Good old Phoenicia. Where are you? Where are you hiding? There you are. Doom, Dax, Divinia, Infernus, Mistralis got you 9.5k. Nice. I have used the Doom weapons in first slot before in Guild Wars. I find them to be a little bit risky all the way in first slot, though. But it can be done. It's because you're putting a really important damage source that creates skulls that can hit it back right in a location where it's going to be hit. And some hero classes can tank it out, but I feel like it dies too often in many situations. If nothing else, you can still use triple damage burning and stuff like that. So it has its trade-offs. I just feel like it's too high risk for Guild Wars. Oh, what class was I using with that? Frost Mage. We were using Frost Mage with that previous team. However, it can be done with other hero classes. I just chose Frost Mage for the freeze mostly. Freeze is very important in Guild Wars. Also, sorry, George, I didn't see your question. You believe you covered this yesterday, but would you please recap the teams for faction today? Oh yeah, we'll be going over that in a moment, including Pure Faction. Pure Faction is double Stonesong Eyrie. I mean, double Harpy Mage into double Zachi. As far as other teams, we'll be messing around with them in a moment. But yeah, that's a Pure Faction. Harpy Mage teams in general are pretty good for it. Cheapest team I can think of is pretty much anything around Harpy Mage into Gargoyles. So just running a double Gargoyle team, basically, with a bunch of mana accumulation. Ends up working out pretty good. Actually, that might be what I end up running for the lower battles as well. I think I mentioned 2 other teams. But most of them are centered around Harpy Mage based on the restrictions. Plus, Harpy Mage is from it. And if you're buying any amount of packs, you get it for free as well, even if you haven't put any shards into Stonesong Eyrie yet. I believe as long as you spend at least 90 gems, I think, you'll get at least 1 free copy of her. Even if you haven't medaled, I mean, even if you haven't sharded for her yet. Take that, throw that down. Do medals and talents for your Guild War defense get locked in on reset? No, you can actually change them at any time. Wait, what do you mean by talent? Oh yeah, talents on hero? No. Both of them can be changed at any time. You can't change your hero class, but you can change your talents, and you can change your medals. Yes, both of those getting changed does affect it for other people. With the most noteworthy one being medals. It's like right now that I switched to pure magic, my medal team, if someone was to fight it, will be pure magic. Rather than whatever medals I had at reset time. So yeah, you do have to be a little careful with that. Also, interesting thing here. I'm not sure if we're going to have enough damage for this. No, we do not. Phoenicia cannot one-shot this other battle, nor will ever be able to anytime soon. That is a lot of durability to still have to hit through. There we go. And there we go, 100 gems. And then we get another 20 very soon. Let's go clear our dungeons, hand out code, and then let's go do the entirety of faction of Stonesong Eyrie. Okay, we'll get that done. Or, you know, by the entire, I mean just the free battles, basically, to get the thingy done. Not literally the 500. Obviously, we already did all the factions in that regard. Never will we have to do a Tuesday 500 ever again. Which feels nice. Now our gems can actually start growing again. Because there's not really much in next patch that is going to sink your gems. There's theoretically a gem sink in next patch. However, it is going to be extremely untouched by most people. It's almost like, not exactly, but it almost reminds me of the offers we currently have, in that most people aren't going to bother wasting gems on these, and if they are, it's for positive gem value. It kind of almost reminds me of that, but different. It's not exactly that. It's different than that. But it kind of reminds me of that dynamic, where a lot of people wouldn't spend a single gem on this. And the other thing is even more so that way, just in a different way. I cannot explain what exactly I mean. But if I'm not mistaken, they're doing the preview for it next Monday. So after next Monday, onto this time next week, I should be able to spill all the beans on next patch. Who knows? Maybe then the patch will be here by that day. That's the earliest day it would be. Next Tuesday, it is very likely not to be on that day, but that is the earliest it is likely to be. I guess theoretically it could be Monday night of next week, but the more likely earliest is Tuesday of next week, around this exact time pretty much. But we'll just have to kind of wait and see. Anyways, I need to go and change to a setup for Delve. So first we need to figure out what we're going to go over. So as far as teams, this is likely what I'll be using. Harpy Mage, Mountain Crusher, Harpy Mage, Gargoyle, Double Gargoyle. Pretty straightforward, kind of standard team. For 100 to 500 for the deeper levels, you basically run a High King Iron Gut team. You can run this in multiple different ways. However, the specific one runs it with Mountain Crusher, Harpy Mage, High King Iron Gut, and Vashtagan. This team basically just assumes you have literally everything to be able to use. And this other team assumes the opposite, where it uses nothing of legendary and above, since the man you just get for free, so it doesn't really count as a legend. Harpy Mage you obtain during this event, or for just throwing Chaos Shards at Stonesong Eyrie, if you don't end up spending that many gems. Dragonian Monk you do for, well then again, you wouldn't even reach that high if you didn't spend gems though. So you'd automatically have her just by doing this event then, since you would have spent some amount of gems, have gotten her then. But yeah, Harpy Mage, good mana accumulation. Dragonian Monk, you run for Barrier. It can 4 times Barrier you. And you need that to not die. And Gimlet, a couple of different things you can go for this last slot here, but this Gimlet ends up going for the mana accumulation. So you can convert your browns, or get a bunch of greens to brown, get a bunch of mana for both your damage as well as your defense, and go from there. You also get Brownstorm off of Harpy Mage, which is pretty good given that this entire team is heavily focused on brown. Might seem a little bit weird only using 3 colors. However, it does end up working out pretty well. Due to what each ability actually gets to do. And the fact that you have mana accumulation and an Empower to kind of get things rolling. Anyways, so I finished all the side stuff, right? Let me go and hand out code, which Salty hopefully gave me more, question mark. Salty. I didn't actually check today. Salty. Okay, I see a message. That better be Salty saying codes. Salty. Let's see. Salty, that's not more codes. That's someone else randomly messaging me. Salty, I've reminded you 3 times. Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 codes left. Well, make that 6 because I'm using the 7th right now. We might need to start rationing codes soon. Technically, we have enough for 1 per day if we have to go till next week, right? That's still rationing them, though, because I like doing 1 per stream. We normally do multiple streams, if nothing else, on Friday. This Saturday morning, I'll be probably streaming Animal Crossing again, because we got a new update. But obviously, Friday morning, we have a lot of stuff to cover for Gems of War. We have ourselves 2 main things. The first one is, of course, New Mythic, which we'll be doing key opening for and showing teams for and all that good stuff, as well as probably messing around with it a little bit on stream. And the second thing is Invasions. It's technically an Invasion type we have already had before. It's going to use that one H guy. I forget his full name. It starts with H. But that one Invasion troop should be pretty straightforward and easy. Not the easiest invasion ever, but, you know, invasions in general is pretty easy. And, yeah. That's going to be the game plan. But yeah, next Mythic, potentially one of the best troops in the entire game. So unlike most of those streams, the focus will probably be a little bit more on the troop rather than specifically on the event. Whereas normally it's the other way around. But this Mythic is relevant enough that a good portion of the stream will probably be put towards testing. Plus, Invasion doesn't take that long to get done. And we can always do some of it on the other days. Why do I never use Orpheus Metal? I do. I just do it on ever so occasion. You also notice when I switch to some defend teams, I'll actually set it for my defend for when we go from day to day. So that it ends up giving the cleanse for the team. But I do run Orpheus. It's just very, very rare that I run Orpheus. It depends what we're up against and what team we're using and how important it is that their stats effects do not affect us. I feel like in most situations I do not end up needing it. But I don't know, it really depends on the overall situation on if I would set it or not. And personally, most situations I do not feel like it is needed. It is kind of funny. The code begins with MUT. But anyways, there's the redeem code used on gemsofwar.com with the game code section, or simply click that link. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu, whatever your game says in the bottom left corner is what you put in. Redeem code is right over there. Apparently starting with Mutt. That's kind of funny. In the chat right over there. And give same reward as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. There you guys go, everyone. Okay, next order of business. Let's go do faction. So, what team we're going to run? Are we just going to run a Harpy? I guess we're just going to run a Harpy to Gargoyle. Oh, actually, you know what? I can run Guard's Avatar. Wait, do we have access to brown? Yeah, we do. Brown, yellow. Yeah, we can run Guard. Yeah, let's run Guard. I've been running this team quite a bit on Tuesday events, but I don't think I've ever mentioned it on a Monday video, surprisingly. But there's a weird other team. The main reason I don't use it or mention it is because it uses a mythic. But there's a really weird team. I keep forgetting they made Guard spelled really weird. How on earth do you spell Guard? There we go. There's a really weird spelling. Yeah, we're gonna run this. If I can type correctly. Not what I wanted. There we go. And we change our banner accordingly. And I think we're good to go. Plus 2 brown, plus 1 yellow, which is actually Harpy Mage banner as well. Also, we're stuck to 3 colors again. What is it about red, yellow, brown that makes for such a good key team composition? But there we go. Another 3-color team. And I guess we'll just run Titan. That seems fine. Though I do want to run it with Explosion rather than Enrage. Okay, are we good? I think we're good. Okay, let's give this a shot. Mountain Crusher, Harpy Mage, Guard's Avatar, Sir Quentin Hadley. But yeah, that's what we'll run. It's basically like a Romaine team, but it goes for the Guard Avatar route. And then dead, and then repeat. It's basically just like a one-shot Romaine team, except it uses Guard Avatar as its core option. And I should probably switch to pure armor. There we go. Okay, should be good to go now. And we'll do the entirety of the event with this. This is probably the most expensive thing you can run at this quick kill level range, but we'll still run it. We showed the cheaper ones for Monday. Let's see. We'll move that over. We'll grab the thing there. My screen is fuzzy. Should be fine. Check the settings thingy and make sure it's not set to auto. YouTube has a weird auto thingy where it sometimes lowers the resolution occasionally. But I'm looking at it right now and I don't see anything off with it. So it shouldn't be lagging or anything right now. It was a little bit earlier, but I've had a thunderstorm near me all day. It's kind of funny. While we were playing Animal Crossing, it was downpouring, both in-game and in real life. It was pretty funny. But yeah, it's been really stormy all day. Is this faster than double gargoyle? Yes. If you have this, you should be running this rather than double gargoyle. If you have every component of it. There's no replacement for anything here, though. If you don't have this exact team, you'd have to just run double gargoyle. Though there might be a few other options, too. What do I take here? I'll take that over. I believe double gargoyle is the next best bet if you can't run exactly this. Which is Mountain Crusher, Harpy Mage, Guard's Avatar, and Sir Quentin Hadley. Actually, I could just guarantee explode brown if we just make sure we target our hero. If we don't want to risk a randomness of the explode. As long as there's enough brown on the board, which there normally would be. What do we need here? Take the Actually gonna take red then. You got your first 5-5 Guild War attack day. Nice. Only 5,000 points. It depends what your guild's bonus is. There's two things that can lower your points that substantially with a perfect win. The most common one is your guild probably has a lower bonus, or you didn't use a pure color team. So in order to get the full bonus from your guild, you do have to make sure you use all 4 of the same color. So if it's a red day, you have to use 4 red. For blue, it's 4 blue. Obviously, today's yellow, so you have to use 4 yellow. If you did exactly that and use 4 yellow troops, the other most likely thing that ended up occurring was your guild just has a really low bonus. The amount of bonus you get is actually determined by how upgraded your statues are in your guilds. So if your guild has been formed rather recently or is a smaller guild, you likely will not get the full amount of points because their bonus is a little bit less. You get the full bonus up to the point of your statue being level 100 for every single one. But if it's something at like 20 or 30 or 50 or something, their percents are quite a bit lower than what you get per troop. It could be actually, I believe, about half as much or so. Forget exactly how far. I think it's at max it's 50% per thing, and at lowest it's like 20% per thing. If your guild has like barely any upgrades, but it's this number right over here that's probably different. It's a number I normally don't mention because most of my scoring when I mention stuff I assume 50%, because you have 50% once you have 100 all statue. There's quite a few guilds that have had 200 for ages, but obviously newer guilds and mid-range guilds tend to not have the hundreds yet. But if these numbers are not 50%, that's probably the biggest thing affecting it. If I'm not mistaken, it starts at 20%, and then it keeps going up as you work your guild statue to 100. What I mean by guild statues are these things over here. As you do tasks, there's a leveling system off these things, and they slowly over time get upgraded to be higher and higher. Apparently, we have over 15,000 XP into every single one of these, apparently. But obviously you don't get XP beyond this point, but up to 100 is what you would need to do to get the full 50% bonus. If your guild doesn't have all those statues to 100 yet, you're missing out on a few bonuses for resources, but mainly for Guild Wars, you're missing out on the full point system thingy. It's not too big a deal because any guild that's around that point shouldn't really be worrying about Guild Wars too much, but it's still kind of unfortunate because I believe even a fully active guild has to play for about, I think, 3 to 4 months of like full activity, getting all tasks done to even be able to get all level 100 statues. Though that might be a little bit quicker with epic tasks. Though a smaller guild likely is not touching epic tasks too often. But that's likely the main thing that's making a point difference. What team is that, Fausman? Can you mention what it is? What did I take it? Yeah, earlier on in the game, you sometimes don't necessarily go for pure color. It's because it's better to get a high win rate than to like lose almost every single one of your battles trying to use pure color. Yeah, earlier on in the game, you sometimes just completely even ignore pure color, and at most put like 2 onto your team if you can help it. But you sometimes have to ignore it in order to have a stronger team, so that you can actually win them. Which will hurt points quite a bit, though. But it's better than getting almost no points from losing them all. There we go, good. You know what, I just take that and just kill him already. There's one how much damage that guard has. Based on how much HP, armor, that should be around a, it should be around a 157. Let's see. Ah, I got close. It's a 141 is this damage. And it can actually be higher if we, after we cast spells. So yeah, the number I said earlier is about right. So it looks like realistically he'll probably be hitting around a 150. Yeah, because right now he's going to hit for a 147 because he's going to gain that armor and then gain 2 damage off it. So he just hit for a 147 on all of them right there. Which definitely isn't that bad at all. 147 full AoE. Web Spinner, Moon Rabbit, Mercy, Doom. You can attack reduce first slot. You can also just quick kill web spinner so quickly that it doesn't get to do anything. Either of those two options are your best bet. You can't entangle it, obviously because of bless and the cleanse that ends up giving, and the mean need to it that ends up giving. But either attack reduction or kill the web spinner before it gets to do anything are your two best options. Is the new thing that's coming out, that's pay or gems intensive. Anything like the adventure pack said recently disappeared. You know you can't say, but it's yes, nod your head. I'm not sure I fully understand the question, but I'm not quite sure on the question actually to even answer that. Plus, I don't think I could even if I did fully understand it. If that's the case, you can just throw a freeze on anything. Oh, well, not on the first slot. Well, whatever color he's getting the most extra turns off of. You wouldn't be able to freeze on Skull since we'll have Bless on first. But you could freeze on yellow. Let's say our fire truck. How's our fire winds raining? Or has it finally stopped raining? Say that a fire can form somewhere. It sounds pretty close, actually. I don't hear a fire or anything, though. Let's see, I'll move that over. Unrelated note. There's no baseball for the city's low and minor league team. Terrible summer. Oh, yeah, I did see that on Twitter. I checked it real quick earlier. What do I take here? Throw an explosion. Oh, come on, take the mana. Let's see. I'll take that over. Yeah, I normally don't use Twitter that often, but ever since like COVID, I have started using it like here and there, just to kind of keep up with things. Hello, Chaotic. Welcome. If anyone has any other questions, do let me know. Make sure to go over them. Oh, also, I forgot. That's another thing that can work against that team. I'm not sure if you have it. Who was that to ask? Thousman. Do you have Rope Dart? You can just Rope Dart anything on his team that, like, after the bunny is casted. And then you don't need to worry about, their skull damage. Just move anything to first slot. Like either the hero or anything that can be entangled. Because after the bunny has casted, you can't get a bless to first anymore, at least for a little while. And then you can just have no attack to have to deal with during that duration, if you have a Rope Dart. What did you miss? We did all of Guild Wars. We scored decently well. We had one really shaky battle, though, where it pretty much looked like we were going to lose. Though it was slightly my fault. I didn't see the skull there. However, we did end up making a really nice comeback with Divine Spell Aquilin. Which was pretty funny. Because we went from, like, almost about to lose any second to their entire team having, like, full durability at the time to, like, the entire team dead within, like, 10 seconds. Is pretty fun. That is Divine Spell Aquilin in a nutshell. Double summon there. And we just kill it with Circling. Be good to go. When will Rope Dart be available again? It'll be available again, I believe, Leonis Empire. I don't believe we have a Leonis Empire coming anytime soon. Isn't that what it's associated to? I actually completely forgot. Let's see. It's associated to... I'm not bad. It's associated to Pride Lands. Whenever the next Pride Lands event is. I don't believe we have it, mostly because we need to wait till next patch before we can even see any further. Did I spell that wrong? I feel like I spelled that wrong. Oh, never mind. We spelled it right. It was just loading. Troops. Yep, no Pride Lands with an invisible sight. It could be months before we get it again. Yeah, it could be months. Do I know something about the Tinkertown faction? Nope. No, it sounds like something that would be associated to Adana. If I'm not mistaken, Zoom gets the next faction. Yeah, after next update, the files will update quite a bit. Probably months into the future. Not all the way to the end of the year, but probably to, based on when they normally do patches, I would assume to mid to late October or sometime in November. The files should be updated after next patch. So we'll be able to see at least like 3-4 months ahead. Last year we got an October patch around that time. Though we normally get an August patch as well. Normally get a patch around this time. Then one in like mid to late August. Then another one in like mid to late October or so. Then sometime in November. Then sometime in December. Sometimes you skip the November one. Just go straight to the December one if it's bigger December one though. Do I know how many factions we are missing to fulfill all kingdoms? 11. Or 12. No, 13. We're missing 13 factions. At this current moment in time, if I'm not mistaken. I changed that number 3 times, but I'm pretty sure it's 13, actually. Because I believe we're at 21 total out of 34. That, of course, assumes we do not get a new kingdom within that time. But yeah, we still got an 11. I mean, 13 to go, I mean. Not sure why I keep saying 11. I know it's 13, but I keep saying 11. I mean, wait. Hold up. We're at 21. So yeah, 13. Wait, are we not? Hold up, I need to go double check. I'm confused now. Let me double check. It's really easy to check. All you have to do is check on your little menu thingy thing. You just go to this, go to this. There are 21. Yeah, that's what I thought. 21. So 13 more. That's what I thought. Okay. Anyways. Where were we? Let's continue. I just realized I haven't had enchant this entire time. You know what? We're going to go without it. That's probably a bad idea. But let's see if we can do it and save 30 gems. We already came this far without it. Might as well go all the way without it. I was wondering why mana seemed a bit slower. It's like, wait, this seems slightly slower. It's because we don't have enchant. We came this far without it, might as well go all the way. You don't have Guard's Avatar. What team should you switch after 2 times Gargoyle? You can switch into a Mang team. Mang skull spam. That or switch into Iron Gut, if you have Iron Gut. Most teams you would switch into for this faction require a Mythic, though. Also, Guard's Avatar isn't a good thing to switch into at a later point. It only works up to about 100, if even that far. But you could use Wit or Skia, or Skia Shield. Which would help it some. My Guild War attack purple? Sure, we can go show our Guild War attack purple. I believe it is a Zugoff, Green Seer, Wild's Queen Leprechaun. Actually, I don't think it is that. I know for sure it is that. It's Zugoff, Green Seer, Wild Queen Leprechaun. The only thing that can realistically be replaced is Zugoff for hero. Every other component does kind of have to be there for it to work. Otherwise, you just have to be a completely different team. One mana short. What on earth are you doing? Yeah, you can use hero class in first slot then. And just use it as a tank. Oh, that Valraven better not escape. Especially in a really risky area. I guess that good. All the leprechauns. Which I should have just taken Brown there. Would have been better. Watch, we're going to go through all of this without spending the 30 gems and still need to spend the 30 gems. It can happen. It's a bit luck based on if you do or do not. Based on multipliers. And I don't think this Delve has an overly high multiplier rate. It's rather average. Do you think Essence of Evil, Gorgotha, Uminef, Mistralis would work for faction? It doesn't have much upskill other than Essence of Evil. But it probably would work. I feel like it would get slow towards like 400 or 500 area. Even like 350 plus. Maybe even 300 plus. The only thing that technically upscales is Essence of Evil from that team. Oh wait, never mind. Does Uminif scale off their stats? I actually forget what Uminif's boost ratio is. But yeah, that could actually probably work then. Mistralis seems a bit out of place though, overall. Unless I guess you're mostly using her for the enchant for the really high mana accumulation on the team. Because your cast wouldn't really be able to do much later in the delves. Hello, Bushka. Welcome. But that should be fine, that team. I could have just taken Brown and already won. Whoops. Not that big a deal, though. Would the team of Chief Dagon, Harpy Mage, and 2 Gargoyles work? I'd probably say it's better to go Hero for the mana accumulation. But what you mentioned could probably work. But then again, maybe not, because Chief Dargon... Doesn't Chief Dargon red-yellow block Harpy completely? You'd still full mana off of enchant. But, you'd still be blocking her. I don't know, I'd normally just go Hero in first. I don't think you really need the attack gain. Normally their own already existing attack is enough to boost ratio off of. One team you've been using that works great is SOU. SOU. What's SOU again? Rowan and the... What's TMQ? That's not the Wild Queen. And Leprechaun. I'm not sure what SOU and TMQ is. Oh, Mirage Queen. That makes sense. I don't normally see it abbreviated as TMQ. Normally when I think of abbreviation for it, I just think of Mirage. Oh, Shield of Verskea. I was trying to think Mythics. Like any SOU that aligned with Mythics, but never mind. Yeah. Shield of Verskea makes sense. There's pretty much any time anything's abbreviated, it's almost always Mythics. Which is what my brain goes to first. Have I checked my tribute? Yeah, I did earlier. Though it might be up again. I took it at the beginning of the stream. Yep. And yeah, it would be up by now. It's 9:05. There we go. Thank you for that. Hey, we got level 10 chests too. Nice. I get 2 more floors, and hopefully we do not get trolled by having to spend 30 gems going all this way without enchant. I know, you've been getting on like every single tribute today, Bill. Even during the Animal Crossing stream. Bill was there reminding us to keep taking tribute. Let me make sure I do multiplier order. Very important. I feel like this Dove's gonna have too low of a multiplier at this point. It doesn't have some of the really big multiplier rooms. That helps make it so you can actually get to all the points you need prior to needing the 30 gems. Let's see. What do we even need here? I'll take a skull for now. Grab the other brown. Get a mountain. I almost just took the final room without taking that side room. That definitely would have made us low on points. Let's see, how close are we going to be? I'm not sure if we'll make it. It's going to be really tight if we do make it. We're only going to make it by a few thousand if we make it. All the mana, all the maps, all the cascade. And dead. Alright, one more set to go. Hopefully we'll get lucky on bonuses. That looks too far. That looks way too far. Unless we get some really heavy multipliers here. I don't think we'll have enough points. Looks like it'll be about 4,000 short. For no reason other than bad RNG. And the fact that the Delve isn't set up as well for getting as many points. Rip 30 gems. Yeah, if you can get an Imperial Deed for 375, that's pretty good value. I'm not sure if I would get it for 500. Though it would be tempting too. I've never actually had an Imperial Deed offer yet. Even though it's literally the only deed we need. Realistically. At least in the current state of the game. Oh no, those bullets better not mess with our team. Especially without the quicker enchant to get things rolling. I think it's the first bullet we've been up against, actually. In this set of battles. No, we're already not one-shotting. This is the final set, though. Come on, someone get full mana. Nothing else. Kill it with Sir Quentin Hadley. Or Mountain Crusher, that works too. Of all things. Okay, this is a really concerning battle. Especially without enchant. Bit of safety, do it on Guarantee Brown. Good. This match. They're all 1.15. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get enough points. Multiplier is just too low. And the multipliers on the final battle also matter the most. Because you're getting the most amount of points on this section. One mana short. Luckily we cascaded mana though. Looks like we're going to have to spend 30 gems. All this time with the slower speed of no enchant and still gotta spend 30. This is why I normally just spend 30 up front. Because you get to save time and you're probably gonna have to throw it anyways. I just figured we already got so deep without it, might as well go all the way. Okay, final battle. We're probably not going to get enough points off it, but let's see what it gives us. If I had to guess, we're 4,000 short. For no fault of our own. Just bad luck. Okay, I might just have to cast this. Purple to yellow and yellow, and what's the other one again? Green to skull. It's not gonna work out. There we go. Okay, let me guess. 4,000 short. Ah, almost. Rip. Yep, and we gotta throw our gems. We're 2,500 short, or 2,300, whatever it was. Yep, that's normally what happens. That's about right. And one more battle should do it. Actually, was that battle already enough? Let me see. Nope. Let's just take this tier 5. That should be enough for this multiplier. The only problem is maybe I should have taken 2 tier 2s. Because it's actually gonna not die in one shot. Which will make it take longer. Unless we get a good Sir Quentin Hadley. You know what? Just throw it. If we hit it, we hit it. And we do. Nice. Oh, that should be all the points then. Nope, we're still 1 battle short. Really? Fine, I'll take one of the weaker ones then. Doesn't matter. Just kill it out then. And let's match. Let's pass our turn because it doesn't matter. Show full mana because we have enchant now. And dead. There we go. So much quicker mana. There we go. And that's match. And let's go see what we get in the Vault Key, as well as the 2 orbs, obviously. Come on, blue and purple. That is not blue and purple. That would be green and green. Awful. Absolutely awful. Well, double green. Why has it got to do that to us? Okay. Can't believe it. Double green. Well, let's go and wipe this out real quick. Where's my Rowan build? Okay, let's go get a quick kill here. Okay, what are we looking for? Mech Gnome, Major Blue, Major Purple, 20 gem keys, 250 gems. That's not the right drop. That is some pitiful drops right there. Double pitiful. Every single thing we got from this event. Honestly, I think we lost value. We spent 30 gems because it forced us to at the end. And we get this from our Vault Key and 2 greens from the orbs. That is some horrifically bad loot. That might be like our worst Tuesday loot ever. Wow. Well then. Well, that's that. What a horrible faction event this time. But at least tomorrow we get a new pet. We get a hamburger. I don't think many people will be cooking out, though, due to the virus. Anyways. That will wrap it up for the stream. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to leave it now. What would the pure faction team look like? It is double Harpy Mage into double Queen Zachi. Is what you can run for it. Has a lot of resummon. That's this team right over here. You run it with the banner of the faction as well. Double Harpy, double Queen Zachi. And the whole team is based around Team Zachi. But any other questions, anyone? Let me know. But that's pure faction if you're going to run it today. You still have time if you are going to run it. You have 5 hours and 40 minutes or so if you still want to go run it. So you still got a really solid 5 hours if you have that much time to do it the entire time. Which in that time, you can actually technically do the entirety of pure faction within that time. Though I wouldn't do it that last minute. But yeah, if you already started it, like if you're at 300 or plus already, you could definitely still have the time to finish it. But if you haven't even started yet, I probably wouldn't try going for pure faction today. It's going to be a while before you could do it again for this faction, but it's not that big a deal. If nothing else, this is one of the factions that, while not the easiest to do without potions, is one of them that is possible to do without potions due to how much resummon it has. Resummon's a lot more effective for the player than it is for the AI. The biggest issue with running Pure Faction without potions is Queen Zachi dying. You need to make sure your Queen Zachi never dies, and due to the full AoE, really high damage that the final battle has, it is very common without potions that your Queen Zachi will die, which is a bit of a liability. Your main goal is you would have to actually go and, if you're doing this with the team that you do for Pure Faction like this, and Pure Factions without potion is a bit different. Without potion, you actually have to run the Blade Wing, so you have a 25% chance to kill, or 20%, whatever it is. I think it's 25%. And then try killing out the Zachi. It is very important to immediately get the Zachi kill if doing Pure Faction here. It's 20%. But if doing Pure Faction here without potions, you have to get that 20% pretty much on first turn, or within your first few turns. And if you don't get that lucky, you could probably die on final battle without potions. However, with potions, you could just run double Harpy, double Queen, and it's fine. But with no potions, you have to carry one of these, probably in second slot, and just have Harpy Mage constantly resummon in first, and have to bring this into the final battle. And then ideally, in your first or second cast of this, you get a kill on Zachi. If it takes any longer than that, you're probably going to lose without potions. Because Zachi is the main thing that's going to kill you. You kill the Zachi, you basically won the battle. It's not a guarantee win. But when you're doing no potion, killing the Zachi is basically auto-won. Well, I guess technically even in the with potions, obviously. Though you don't really have as much of a need to go out of your way to immediately kill it in Pure Faction. I mean, when you're doing potions. Because you have enough stats, enough barrier that they're not really going to be that threatening. Whereas the other way around, you definitely need to make sure you do it. You'd also get unlucky and get hit by theirs. But it's a lot more important to kill their Zachi before you kill their Blade Wing. Even though the Blade Wing can also kill you randomly. Man, anyways. Any other questions, anyone? Otherwise, we'll be calling it a wrap. Also, hello, Jason. Welcome and goodbye. Any other questions, anyone? Let me know. And we'll be back tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. And we'll be running next Guild War Day, which is, I forget what color, blue, I believe? Yeah, blue Guild War Day tomorrow. Oh, oops, I wore the wrong shirt. I guess I have to wear this again tomorrow. Well, technically, I can't wear a yellow shirt because it would green screen. Actually, I don't have any yellow, brown, or green shirt that is green screen immune to my green screen. Every green, yellow, and brown shirt I own will green screen to my green screen settings. Only blue, purple, and red are safe. So I guess we'll wear the blue shirt again tomorrow. Not that big a deal. I actually do have 2 different blue shirts. But anyways, those probably seem like almost the same one because a lot of my colors, or a lot of my shirts are just like plain color things. But I do actually have multiple of each. Or most of them. Some of them I only have one of. Like the pink one I think I only have one of and a few others. But blue is definitely one I have multiple. Same as red. Let's see. I need a new green screen. I actually do kind of need a different green screen. I ideally would eventually need a greener green screen. This one still works very well. It's set to a really weird setting though. It functions as it needs to. But the color range of what I can wear is even more limited than a normal green screen. But it's fine. It doesn't get in the way of too many things. Technically, the most ideal way to do it would be to have 2 different green screens and have a green screen like a red screen or a green screen and a blue screen and do it that way. I think green and red would work best, which I will eventually find one of, but it's pretty low priority. Anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading out for now. Hope you all have a wonderful week. Stay safe out there. We'll be back, as I mentioned, tomorrow, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. And don't forget, we got a new exclusive pet coming in tomorrow. Make sure to go get it. It is cosmetic. And is quite literally a hamburger. But do make sure to go pick it up. Because you won't be able to get it for about another year if you don't end up picking it up tomorrow. So do make sure to go do that. It's fully cosmetic and stuff, so it's not too important. But obviously, if you're going to be playing tomorrow, you should definitely make sure to go pick it up. Let's see. Even my hand is transparent. What is it? I just don't have my hands on screen. They don't look transparent to me. They look normal. Well, it's slightly weird because of how I have my lighting. I still need to adjust lighting here. It's mostly because I have one really close light source. And it's mostly to outshadow the window, which sometimes gets in the way of lighting. So it's kind of a way to bypass that, but it makes it a little bit weird because that's such concentrated light, like right over here. But anyways, guys, I'll be heading out for now. Thank you so much for stopping by. Leave a like if you enjoyed the stream. And I will catch you guys very, very soon. Goodbye, everyone.